It's a beautiful 8-petal flower with a little bit of gapping in the middle. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the Springtime Blossom Motif. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. We're going to start with a slip knot and we're going to start with a base ring. For your base ring, you want to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you want to join with a slip stitch. So into the first chain that you just made, we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull through to close. And that is our base ring. Now for row 1, you want to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, which counts as a double crochet. And now you want to do 15 double crochets into the ring. So we yarn over, insert our hook into the middle of the ring, and now do a double crochet. That's my first one. Here is my second, and I want a total of 15. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I just did my 15th double crochet. To finish off this row, we're going to do a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So we find that third chain, the top of the chain 3, and insert our hook and close off with a slip stitch. This here is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. And now we're going to do 1 double crochet into the same stitch as the last slip stitch. So basically the top of the chain 3 of the previous row. Into there, we're going to do 1 double crochet. And now we're going to start the row repeat. We're going to chain 1, skip 1 double crochet. So skip the first double crochet of the previous row. And then into the next, we're going to work 1 double crochet, a chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space, into the same stitch. And that's the row repeat. Let's go back to the beginning of it. We're going to chain 1, skip 1, and into the next do a double crochet, a chain 2, and another double crochet into the same stitch. So that's what we want to repeat all the way around. Chain 1, skip 1, into the next, double crochet, chain 2, into the same stitch, double crochet. Do this all the way around. I'll see you when you're done. Okay, I just did my final repetition into the very last, second to last double crochet of the previous row. So I did the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And now you're going to be left off with 1 double crochet. So we're just going to finish this off by chaining 1 and then doing a slip stitch into the third of the chain 5 that you started with. Essentially, we want to skip that last double crochet, find the third chain from bottom to top, 1, 2, 3, into it, insert our hook, and do a slip stitch. And this here is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to do a slip stitch into the very first chain 2 space. So into that chain 2 space, just a slip stitch. And now we want to do a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. Then into the same space, we're going to work 1 double crochet, a chain 2, and then into the same space, 2 double crochets. And now we're going to start the row repeat. You're going to chain 1, and then into the next chain 2 space, which is the one in between the 2 double crochets that are kind of forming V's. Into there, we're going to work 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and another 2 double crochets into the same space. What's important here is not to get confused between the chain 1 space and the chain 2 space. So there's chain 1 space. Right after you do the repetition, there's a chain 1 space, and then there's a chain 2 space where the V is. That's where you want to do your repetitions. So I'm going to do it again one more time with you. We go back to the beginning of the row repeat. We chain 1, and then into the next chain 2 space, we're going to do 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 2 double crochets into the same space. And that's what we want all the way around. Chain 1, find the next chain 2 space, into it do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So let's do this all the way around. I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so I just did my last repetition of the 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. And now to finish off this row, we just want to do a chain 1, and then find the top of the chain 3 that you started with, and into it do a slip stitch. And this here is the end of row 3. For row 4, we're going to do a slip stitch into the next double crochet and the first chain 2 space. So we find the next double crochet and insert our hook and do a slip stitch, and then into the first chain 2 space, also a slip stitch. And now we're going to chain 3 and do 6 double crochets into the same space. So into the same chain 2 space, you want 6 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then into the next chain space, you want to do 1 single crochet. So basically into the chain space over here, like with the chain 1 space. Into there, a single crochet. And now we can start the row repeat. You're going to find the next chain 2 space over here. Into it, do 7 double crochets. So we do 1, 2, 3, sorry, do that again. That was my 4th one. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now we want to do 1 single crochet into the next chain 1 space. So into the chain 1 space, just a single crochet. And that's what we want to do all the way around. Into the chain 2 spaces, you want 7 double crochets. Into the chain 1 space, 1 single crochet. And that's going to work your petals. So do this all the way around, and I'll see you when you're done. Actually, I'll just show you. So at the very end, you're going to finish off into the chain 1 space, which is the last space you have. Into there, you're going to do a single crochet. And then you're going to do a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that you started with to connect the final petal to the first one. So do that, and I'll see you when you're done. And here we have it. How adorable. This is just a cute little flower with a little bit of gapping in the middle, and then your petals. It's 2, 4, 6, it's 8 petal flower. Real pretty. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.